Uh, Good afternoon and welcome to another exciting episode with Killmonger in C programming. So today I want us to look at something really interesting, a situation where your examiner wants you to attempt a certain question from section B and a question from section A, but with conditions in section B that you have to use the modulo operator for you to know the question number that you're supposed to attempt. So I'll take an example of you enter your student number, you say the modulo operator by a certain number, let's say 28, then you add the one for you to discover that you're supposed to actually attempt maybe question number 3 on section B, depending on your student number or your computer number rather. So it's actually what I want us to look at today. So take the student number as input, then calculate the question number for section B and then display it as a result. Of course, maybe we might have 50 questions from section B, but you're only allowed to attempt one question. But for you to attempt that question, you need to use the modulo operator where you enter your student number. The modulo operator has to operate on the student number by dividing it, then add the number, which is 1, for you to discover that you're supposed to attempt question maybe 7. So the expression of student number, modulo operator, as we all know, it's a percent. So it will be the student number expression percentage 28, which is the modulus operation. Then it will calculate the remainder of the number of your student number. Once it calculates that remainder, it will divide it by 28. Then the student number will give you a unique one possible question number that you're supposed to attempt in section B. So you may have similar questions from section A, but section B, we want you to attempt a certain question, but that question will depend on your student number that you enter. So allow me to open this file just for the sake of explaining. So as I'm showing on the screen, that's my contact. If you have any question or clarification that you want me to make, you can text me via WhatsApp, because it's C programming with Killmonger, the next level minds. So when we take the student number as an input, it will calculate the question number for section B and then display it as a result. The expression student number percentage 28 is actually the modulus operation, or rather the modulo operator, which calculates the remainder when student number is divided by 28. This operation is used to map the student number to one of the possible 28 questions that you are having from section B. So this number here, 28, depends on how many number of questions that you have from section B. So if you have 10 questions, you want to replace the 28 with the 10. So when you enter your student number, let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will divide the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 28. In this case, it's performing the 12,345, because the computer will read it as a whole number. Then divide it by 28. So when you divide 12,345 by 28, it will be 440 with a remainder of 5. So the remainder, which is 5, represents the question number that you're supposed to attempt from section B. So depending on your student number, we have different question numbers that you're supposed to attempt from section B. So the modulus operator is often used to map numbers around a specific range of cycles through a set of values. In this case, it ensures that the result is within the range of 1 to 28, allowing for the assignment of questions in section B based on your student number. So from here, we'll go straight to actually doing the same programming, which is a code. I'll show you how to do the same code. Okay. So new project. By the way, I'm using DFC. Others might use code block for the same, but I love DFC, so I'll call this one as modulo operation. Modulo operator. It's a C program, so I want it to be saved as such, and I'll just remove these. Every time you open dev, this has to come. It's different from these other coding environments like code block, or the other IDEs that you might think of. So, and you have to initialize the variables, which is the student number. By the way, it's case sensitive, so whenever you use a certain letter, make sure you continue with the certain case character that you have chosen. Student number, then also question number. So these are the only things that I'm supposed to enter using my scan function. So we'll enter first the student number of the user, print the student number. Then we'll give it a scan function. We'll be able to actually enter the student number. So %d and student number. I'll just copy this. So before we even go any further, we can test if what we're doing is correct. Just do modulo operator. Okay, seems we don't have any error, and we're good to go, because it's indicating that the code is working. Okay, so then question number, we'll use it as an assignment. Let me just copy this question number. So that I don't make any mistake, I'll say question number is equal to let me copy this student number. We'll see student number. Then, like I said, the modulo operator has to be operated on the student number. So I'll say %.h, depending on the number of questions that you have in section B. This is what will happen, +1. So this is what is going to happen once you enter a student number. The question number will be like an assignment that would store the modulo operation on the student number. The student number will be divided by 28, then add a 1 for you to know that you are actually supposed to attempt question blah 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 in section B. So let's add the print function, printf. See, attempt question question percentage D, because we're using integers. Percentage D from section B. So it depends with the language that you tell your computer. You can say display question numbers that you're supposed to attempt from section B. Anyway, any ways that you can use still to work. So I would want an escape character for a new line. Yeah, and then since what you are displaying is question number, I would just copy this and paste it here. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Then we are good to go. Let's try and see whether what we're doing is correct. So let's say my student number is 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm supposed to attempt question 26 from section B. Depending on your student number, it will be different from every user. So like if I was to use the reverse of actually what I entered 1 2 3 4 5. Let me say 5 4 3 2 as my student number. It will say attempt question 1 from section B. Yeah, so like I always say, every program must have comments. So if you want to comment this, say display the question number. So I suppose from section B, then the variable question number will store the modulo operation. Then this one will just prompt the user to enter the student number. Then here you are just initializing the variables which you're supposed to use. In the program, display to the user to enter student number. So actually, if I was to give this same code minus explaining what's going on, if there are comments in my program, it would be easier for you to understand what's going on. But without comments, it's very difficult to notice what's happening here. So I think this is an easy task that each one of us must have just on our fingertips. So until next time, shalom, shalom, skillmonger, next level mind. Thank you.